Notice he didn't bend over with his knees.
Nah,
What did he say?
Just so y'all know it's
He went
recorded.
hard in
Y'all is messed up. Hurry up, give me my chip.
Yes,
Hey,
you're
man.
being recorded now, Monica. Can you hear us?
Ooh, hold up, yeah.
Right, she wasn't ready.
Well, Monica, if you look at the stream, you could get entertained by the game.
But didn't I just say that it was recording?
Yeah, I know.
Her audio is
No,
still
we
low,
know it's
though,
recording.
right?
Yeah, her audio is kind of. Is there any way to up her audio?
Nah,
We maxed it out as much as we
too
can.
high right now.
Dang.
Monica, can you speak louder on your
Maybe
end?
it's a good thing if you don't hear.
Yes.
Yep. I know Monica
Okay.
probably turned her volume up all the way on her, and it's probably just, I guess.
Yeah, it's us. I know it's the
Yeah.
software.
Yeah, it
It's
could be.
just
Oh, good.
yeah. You increase the higher frequency, but that's not gonna change anything.
So if we're trying to say we're not trying to hear from her.
Okay.
Wait,
Oh,
one
maybe Monica could be a good starter point if there's something she wants to talk about with some dudes. Then yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
I'm with that.
We just
Hold
need something to get off
Hold
the
up.
ground, Monica. Is there something that you want to ask the, the male populace over here?
What? Why are you looking at me for?
Dang, y'all put me on the spot.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, no,
A
wait.
little
While
bit.
you think, let's deal these.
Because the
cards,
thing
shall
is,
we?
we're gonna be
Oh.
actively playing the game, so you're gonna kind of
Yeah.
be chilling. So it does make sense
Hold
if
on,
you
hold
might
on, I
throw
can't
some questions
forget
out here.
My
and there.
blinds out here.
Yeah, the blinds.
Right.
Who he gonna make the blinds today? Watch this BS. Watch.
First of all,
Yo,
it's supposed to be left of the dealer, right?
Left of
but
the dealer,
since you
my
go and
butt
say
cheeks.
something, you're
Oh
big
my
blind.
God.
I'm small blind and dealer. All
At
right.
least I know who's big.
All right.
if it's left to the
Oh.
dealer, shouldn't that be with him?
No, I'm saying I'm being a bum and I'm gonna spite him because he had to mention something. Okay.
I know who's big.
Why you
Why
mad,
you lose
bro?
the first game because of that now?
All right, we gonna find out. Okay, so rules of this game again: Texas Hold'em. Small blind is 5, big blind is 10,
serious? This
and
is
Dante is Dante.
This is a serious bet.
Yup.
All right.
This man is betting 50 off rip, and I fold.
That's the name of the
You
game,
put your
bro.
small blind
I
in,
am
small blind.
blind, so I have to put 5. So boom, there we
That's the name
go.
of the game, bro.
Nah,
Now, Brian, get the conversation.
because you
rolling.
doing
Alright,
too much.
Alright, let's go. I'm in.
All right.
You know you're right. Let's start the conversation.
Dealer, let's
So
get going.
everybody match.
All right, Monica, you thought of something?
I didn't even get to use my stick.
Mon-
Sorry.
Monica's not even on the screen anymore.
Deal. She's not on the screen.
That's
Okay,
just
I'm
put
on
a
the
phone notification.
Wait.
I don't see.
I can't see Monica's face anymore.
Wait, why?
I don't know.
Oh, you know what happened?
What?
Somehow it got stretched all the way to the side.
Really? Can you move it?
Oh, I see it.
It's,
Can you shift it around, Malik?
wonder what happened.
Deal.
Let's
Technical
wait
difficulties.
for it to get fixed. Yeah. Why did that happen?
You tell me, engineer.
I can't even. I could barely see the laptop right
Facts.
now.
He didn't say
How come
computer
everything got pushed to
engineer.
the side though.
Doesn't matter.
Did it happen
It
when you
do.
started recording? It's probably when you had your
His
plumber's crack up in
repertoire
there.
is exactly computadoras.
Like 1 minute I see Monica, and the next minute she's going.
Okay, 1 second. Let's figure it out.
Technical difficulties.
And this is why we test. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Full.
Oh, I have a question.
Monica has a question. Hold on, Monica. We're trying to fix an issue. Hold your question
This
though.
got deminimized. It was recording fine the whole time.
Okay, sweet. All right, everybody. 1 second, Monica. Everybody's grabbing their headphones so you can get your questions
is okay.
rolling.
Everything is back to normal.
Dante, speaking to your mic real quick. Can you hear Dante? Do the.
Speak, Dante.
Yo.
I don't really hear Dante.
No, Dante's low. Raise his mic. He's 6.
That is Pete. Dante's voice is
I
bombastic.
heard him before though. So what
Yeah,
happened?
exactly. I don't know.
Yo.
Nah.
I hear myself now.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. It's on low cut. Now we know.
Hurry up and take a seat, dang it.
Like, y'all let me test everything else to be quiet, and then you want to take.
I was right there.
I don't care.
Alright.
He was there. Now,
Ladies-
anyway.
The principle, bro.
Ladies and
Hurry up,
gentlemen,
man. I want to see the cards. I want to see the cards.
One
Hurry,
lady.
hurry.
Shall we do it?
And
Okay.
gentlemen.
Everyone, this is the flop.
All right. Monica, go ahead with your question.
Good lord.
Okay.
All right.
My first question is, what are y'all thoughts on signing a prenup before getting
Signing a
married?
prenup before getting married. Brighton.
Oh, that's fine. You
All
see,
right.
y'all asking me because you already know my answer, and it's simple. Gotta sign a prenup. It's absolutely mandatory. Do not get caught slipping, ladies and gentlemen. Please sign that prenup.
That is Brighton's admission of the prenup.
Jaquan, because you called me out, I would like you to speak next.
Huh. Yeah, I also agree with Brighton's statement on the prenup. You definitely want to make sure that you have your assets managed because you never know what could happen. People fall out of love and don't want to admit it. There's nothing wrong with that.
Jaquan is the
Simple as
winner.
that.
Sorry for
Okay.
interrupting.
And Eustace?
Woo, flush, baby.
You alright, hold on. Monica,
Flush.
you really gonna be calling me Eustace?
I got a flush on the first game.
Anyways, yes.
Look at that.
I agree with how Jaquan explained it.
Camera
Because you do get some spiteful people that even when they fall out of love, they are out there to take every last thing of their former
Exactly.
of their former spouse.
Mm.
So at least you could. I'm like material things. They're material things,
Right.
but like
But
you
some
would.
people, yeah, you know. Nothing sucks more than love turning into hate.
Yeah.
And then people just, yeah, they violate and it sucks. Nobody wants to go through that. That hurts.
You know, at that point, I would just like to point out, make sure you're in a relationship, first of all, for the right reasons, and you know your partner's intent beforehand.
Yeah. But intent changes. That's the thing.
Sometimes-
No. Of course, intent
Yeah.
changes, but I'm just saying in general, like, you want to try your best to avoid having a partner where you have to even think about stuff like that in the first place.
Yeah.
But in terms of the prenup, I do agree with what everybody else has already said.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just chiming in saying that, like, before you even get to the prenup point, it all depends. You just got to know your partner at a point.
Right.
But when you say that, sometimes you ever seen in some relationships is after they get married, you see a whole different side of the
Exactly, yes.
Yeah, I know. I'm
Because
not
there's
dismissing
different hurdles that come from that can change the entire relationship dynamic because you're merging assets together, you're living together, you're making
All right.
that. All
purchases
right, but
together.
just to be more in depth with what I'm saying,
Yeah.
these are discussions that has to be had or things that need to be said before y'all even consider taking that next step or jumping that broom.
All right. So here's another question. Now, I ain't trying to cut Monica off, but here's another question that can follow into that. What do you think about the
Good
terms of, like,
Here's my stick.
living together before marriage?
Living together before marriage?
Yes.
That's
Nothing's
your
too,
personal business.
Yeah, nothing's too wrong with it because you get a good basis of your partner. If you feel comfortable enough, then living together with them is a good way of feeling out the relationship because you see if y'all can work out together or not.
If anything,
There's
I would
nothing
just
wrong
like to
with
say,
that.
make sure you thoroughly know that person and know that individual before you take that next step to like move in with them. Because
Yeah.
it's one thing to just know them, and it's a totally different thing to live with them.
Yeah, well, of course, yeah. You got to give it a bit of basis. But I feel like
similar.
Oh, go ahead, Monica. My bad.
My bad. I was gonna say I feel like similar to what Malik was saying about marriage. Like sometimes you see a whole different side of people after living with them than you see before you live with them.
Exactly, yeah.
So
Because you got to share space with them. There's their own little quirks they got versus your own little quirks you got. You know what I mean? So you get a little balance of the two. That's what's going on in the household. But I mean, it's a good basis because you're taking that person seriously. Oh, I mean, you're trying to see how that relationship grows. So it's a good way of getting an inkling is really living with them because then you know what you can deal with, what you can't.
Yeah.
I have a
So
follow-up question about the prenup question.
okay.
Since y'all agreement about y'all would sign a prenup.
Wait, hold up.
to,
Did
like,
you even say how you feel about a prenup?
Oh, yeah, Monica did not say what she
You ain't
said.
getting out of
Before we
this one.
jump there, yeah.
Right. Everybody has to
Okay, so it looks
Say
like
sorry.
everybody. Wait, I'm sorry, Monica. Before you say that, hold your thought. Looks like everybody has folded. Dante is the one remaining guy, so you win.
Yeah, and Jacob
Still reveal them damn cards.
Yeah, please reveal your cards, Monica. Please continue with
did you
your
have?
thoughts on a
Dante
prenup.
had a pair of
Yeah.
threes.
I
I had
was
a
gonna
jack
agree
and six. I had
with that.
nothing.
Hold up, let Monica.
My bad, Monica. Go ahead.
Was gonna be, would y'all thoughts change if your wife or fiance or whatever
Mhm.
made like 5 times as much as you did?
The
Nope.
prenup?
No, in terms
Yeah,
of pay.
y'all still
All right.
want to prenup?
So here's how I'm gonna answer that question. If she does not personally ask for it, I'm not gonna go out my way to make the statement towards it. But if she does want it, then I'm not gonna argue with her about it. If that's what you want, that's what you want.
In terms of if she has more assets than I do in general, I still feel like the prenup is just the better option. We split up. You take what's yours. I take what's mine. That's it. Simple as that.
I gotta add on to that whole thing, right? Because
Mhm.
we think prenup is just to benefit who owns the most financial stake in the relationship. And
Right.
to me, a prenup is about separating amicably, without all the lawyers, without all the issues, with all the arguments.
Right.
Children don't have to suffer. The prenup is just a way to make things go a lot smoother.
Right.
And let's say your spouse, guy or girl, whatever, is making 5 times more than you. What if you gain something, within the marriage, something that's your own personal business?
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you split up, that company, I'm assuming
When
this
or
is
if.
like right. This is like a big scenario, a crazy scenario. You own your own business.
Mm-hmm.
Under divorce, the company now gets reviewed and also added in as property in that divorce. And who's ever out there can quote me if I'm wrong,
Yeah.
but this is the information I know. Please correct me if I am wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm not no saint. I know I'm not omnipotent.
We
so
do have Google.
if I'm wrong,
We do.
tell me I'm wrong. But yeah, whatever you gain now becomes marital property. So protect yourself at all times. You
That's true.
When you get a car, you get car insurance.
Yep.
I feel it's the same with
Yeah,
marriage.
it's an insurance. I do
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
a
I like
marriage
that
insurance.
idea of that. It's a good way of looking at it, honestly. You know what I mean? Because you never know. Because children and different things come into play. Like, say if you have very sickly children, and it makes it very hard for you guys to fight together. Because maybe somebody blames the other person for why the children are sickly, and thus it causes a divide within you. There's a lot of factors that can come into play that can make things a bit complex. But that would suck if something that you built up versus your spouse who had more income, and then they're able to take that what you built while with them. Like, that sucks, because you never know. People get spiteful, and nothing hurts more than getting spited.
I'm with you on that.
How do you guys feel about the wife or the woman in the situation? Like in the case of a marriage splitting, the
Mhm.
wife having full custody of the children.
The wife having full custody of the children. Well, I mean, if we
Yeah.
lost to the court system and they gave her full custody, then it's just like, dang. We got
No, but like not if it's by choice. Like,
If it's by
would you guys
choice.
be okay with the wife having full custody, or would you guys like want to fight that? So
What do you
joint
mean by
custody or-
choice? We both agreed on it, or she just chose to keep them, and I have to try to make my way to go see them if I want to see them?
Like if you guys are about to split, you guys have children.
Mhm.
Like if we're splitting, I'm taking full custody of these children.
Oh, nah.
Are you,
Oh wait,
like,
you just
okay,
made the
fine.
announcement.
Nope.
Yeah.
I'll fight
that's a
for joint
discussion
custody
between
right
both
there.
of us.
Yeah,
If
nah.
there was no big issues, or like the father was not no tyrant or no physically, verbally abusive person, y'all just had y'all differences and y'all want to go y'all way, that has to be a conversation directly between y'all, thoroughly discussed, and came to an official establishment
Mhm.
before you just go and say something like that. That's not fair to the dad. And what about the kids too? How you know they don't want to be with their father? Who said that they want to be with you? Like, a lot of people, when they go through decisions like that, they never consider who did the child actually want to be with. Because sometimes the mother's so quick to take a child. What if they wanted to be with dad the whole time and you just keeping them hostage? Like, emotionally.
What's that?
What if
Children
one
can be
parent
used as
is
emotional
fit?
leverage.
Say that again, Monica.
I was like, what if one parent is an unfit parent?
Oh, an unfit
That's
parent?
a different
Yeah,
circumstance.
that's up to
if you're
the-
not fit to take care, then you're not in no position
Yeah.
to be
If the-
calling shots like that.
Exactly. If the courts dismiss you as unfit, then what are you going? You got to fight for that. You'd have to prove that you're fit. But in terms of if the go ahead.
Go ahead.
In terms of if
Go
the
around the cause.
if the wife tries to take full custody, of course, I'm going to fight for joint custody. I have a stake with those children. I was a part of that process to have them here. You know what I mean? So I feel it's fair to really, fight for some type of custody, like joint, because it's like it's our children. You know what I
Joint
mean?
custody
And,
is the way how I would go with.
Yeah, I definitely go to joint custody. Right?
And then a lot of things too that you have to understand. If you're unfit, it doesn't matter what your opinion is or how you feel. It's better for the child to be somewhere where they can grow up in a stable environment than for you to try to force something that you knew wasn't going to work, and you end up causing more damage than good trying to have your kids in your life when you're not ready at that point in time.
What are you saying?
Okay.
Monica, we still didn't hear your opinion on prenups, though.
Thank you.
Nah, you ain't
I
slipping
feel
past.
like we all in agreement with all these.
Yeah, we just need to hear you
Just-
say
just
it.
wanted
Yeah,
You say
we
what
just,
you
need.
you
Yeah.
are the female perspective. We need to hear it.
Yeah. Well, as a woman, I
Yes.
feel like I would definitely have to weigh on like how fit I feel like the father is.
Mm-hmm.
But if I feel like the father's unfit, I'm definitely gonna strive for full custody. And I wouldn't necessarily keep the kids away from the father, but like I would want to be in the position where I can make the final decision with anything pertaining to the kids. If I feel like the father isn't fit enough to do that, but I would still let the kids have a relationship with the father. Like I wouldn't keep the kids away from the father unless the father seemed like they were like, they were like a threat to the children or anything
Exactly.
like
I see
You know
what
what's
you're saying.
interesting about this whole thing? we're all talking about, people being unfit for kids. And this is a tangent, I know, but let me just say this. But at what point do you not realize that your significant other is not a fit to raise children? How you gonna go whole 9 months raising this child and then like, oh snap, this person is not fit to raise his kids? Like,
Well,
I feel like that's something you definitely
yeah.
see.
I mean, you have an inkling of how the person is. Obviously, once they start physically raising the child, once the child is born, then you could tell if they're unfit or not based on if they're not providing for them, if they're not taking care of them, if they're not making their schedule accommodate to help raise said child. You know what I mean? Because this is a two-person street. It ain't all on one person. You know
And I
what
also
mean?
want to bring up another point. Everybody's talking about the financial and physical aspect of having a roof over the child's head, having a place for the child to live, which is required, of course. I'm not dismissing that at all. That's practically mandatory. But the one thing I don't hear nobody talking about, what if just because you got the means to raise the child and keep them stable, that doesn't mean that you know how to emotionally and mentally be there for that child? What if you was the toxic one in the relationship, but not in the way that you realize? Not in that you couldn't take care of the child, but you're not stable enough to like work with people the way you're supposed to.
Your cards.
See, what was that movie that we saw where there was the see, I gotta figure out
Really
the
got it.
proper way to say this.
Yeah, Malik has
The
that.
mentally disabled person who
Oh,
was
you talking about I Am Sam?
I Am Sam, thank you. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Where he wasn't able to
Yeah.
properly raise his daughter because
He was
he wasn't able to keep up with the
his
guess
intelligence was
the
that
mental
of
capacity of his daughter.
Yeah,
yes.
he didn't have the mental capacity to keep up with his child.
I mean,
Plus, they were
personally,
deeming him unfit to be a parent.
yeah. I mean, but he really loved his daughter.
Yeah, he did.
So like, I mean, look, no parent is a perfect parent.
No.
Especially we.
But obviously, yes.
Nobody is a perfect
They
person.
felt that he didn't have the intelligence to accommodate for his child as she, grows through adolescence and whatnot, as obviously his understanding of that basis was not the best. But what they could do is, well, obviously we saw later options. They found a way of having him still involved, but she was around, like, parents that could, like, guide her through those steps, where her father still is involved in her life, because obviously that's her biological father. He wants to be a present example in that. Even if mentally he was not as fit to be her parent.
Right.
He was still able to provide for her to a degree because he had that child.
And that's what I'm saying. So I just feel like, okay, good intentions don't always mean good results.
That's true.
But at least as a parent, there's nothing you can do to be perfect. But as long as you have good intentions,
Right. And you actually
I think
provide for your
you
kid.
should be able to see your child and interact with them as best as you can.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you still want what's best for your kids. And even if you do the best, you put all your money into them, give them the best education, all that, it may not work out. Just because that's not what they needed. But you thought that's what
Which
they
is
needed.
where I was going with my statement.
Right. I'm just adding on to that. So, yeah, you're not fit, but you have good intentions, so you should still be involved in that person's life.
course.
That's my.
I'm just
Right.
like, look,
I
if I
feel
was,
like-
oh, go ahead, Monica, my bad.
No, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, I mean, if I was a part of the process that brought them here, gotta be a part of the life journey. Simple as that.
Even if
See, I
you're
like that.
unfit.
If you're unfit, you gotta try your best to do something for them. As long as you're putting in that effort, even if maybe you ain't take care of your life the best, so you can provide a little bit, or you show up to their events or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if you're putting in the effort and you genuinely do care for your child, they gotta at least give you something, some little leeway here and there.
Wait, you said they got to give you. Oh, okay.
Go ahead, Monica.
I respect it. I feel like we need a topic that we're like everybody has different opinions on, because we in agreement on all this kind of this
No, I
stuff
get
right
that.
now.
Well, it's because
I mean, but there's
yeah.
also different perspectives to look at when you talk about this
Right,
topic,
right,
too.
right.
Because everybody likes to always go with the general, if the father's unfit, if they can't take care, who's more... Everybody will always go with the biggest general talked about things when it comes to that topic,
Right.
which is always everything.
Yeah, because with that topic, a lot of the times when it comes to the child, it tends to always be kind of biased towards the female perspective versus the male. Like the male kind of gets bopped out, like he can't aid or help in terms of the child, or if he tries to fight for custody, it's always an issue. But that's just how the system's kind of operating at this point in time. But we have more
Is
perspectives
that an actual bet?
arguing.
I guess that's an actual bet, Brighton.
We go hard out here. I'm sorry, Jaquan. Please continue.
I'm just waiting to see how we're doing this.
Okay.
Okay, Don's
No, yeah, there's an expectation that the woman is like more of the nurturer, and so
Exactly.
the courts automatically assume like the mom is going to be the best person to raise the
Exactly.
kid,
Yes.
but
There's
might
a
not always
bias to
be the
that.
case.
It's weird.
Yeah. So, why do you want to find a topic that we disagree on? Because I think it's nice
She
when
wants
we
the
actually agree
carnage.
for once. Normally, we're like at each other's neck, but it's nice.
I don't
Right.
mind it. I mean, differing viewpoints. You get that tea.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I want to hear some
What if
tea.
people
Why
like
Oh, you want to
coffee?
hear some tea?
Why'd you have to say tea like that, man?
The tea.
Because Jaquan is all about the tea. He likes the bitter tea, the sweet tea.
Well, I
green
am a tea
black
guy. I hate
Lipton
coffee.
tea.
Ain't nobody got time for
You
coffee.
I'm a green tea
nasty.
guy.
So, Malik, you should be all about the coffee. Luke Cage.
I don't drink no damn coffee.
Hot chocolate.
Come on, Malik. Right, watch that whole show. Was like, gotta get me some of that milk chocolate.
I know my
This
favorite
makes it
flavor
milk
is
chocolate.
chocolate.
Alright, some hot coffee, Malik. Alright, I'm about tea. Oh, y'all made it to the end?
He's not backing down, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on, I ain't bet yet.
Oh, yeah, I was about to say.
Chips. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I had literally.
Respect the pot.
Malik, we
Thank
both
you
had a
very much.
fours a week.
All
I was like, I'm not
We
winning
had
nothing.
doo-doo.
I'm not gonna, oh, you
Yeah,
can't
dude.
raise.
Y'all matched.
You
Nah.
can only raise on
The
a
only
raise.
it's only if you raise, Braden.
Okay, great.
Okay, that's how it works.
Now here comes the river.
Who's winning the game?
I got who has the most chips? I got the most blacks.
It's
You
between
got the most
Malik
point
and
value, Jaquan.
Jaquan.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I folded out of this one. I still have my base.
All right, reveal.
Three of a kind.
Okay, I have a question.
Dang!
Yeah, send that.
Take that.
Ooh.
All right,
Send
Monica,
that.
what's your question? What's
Go
your
ahead,
that.
Monica.
Uh-huh.
Would y'all ever get a sugar daddy
No.
type situation?
A sugar daddy type situation.
You
No.
think we
Whoa.
gonna disagree
Absolutely
on
not.
this one?
Whoa. Well, maybe Brighton,
Would
but
y'all ever
not
be-
me.
Hold on. Say that again, Monica.
Would y'all ever be a sugar daddy?
No.
Or would y'all-
No.
Absolutely not.
Mm-mm.
Why?
That is, first of all, that's simping.
I'm broke.
Well, finances don't be the best out here. But the main point,
So, okay, if he was rich, now what?
if I was rich, still no. What?
I got pride, bro.
You
I
want
got
somebody,
pride, bro.
you want to have,
As a man.
well, it's based on perspective of what you want. You know what I mean? I want somebody who independently has their own life and their own thing. You know what I mean? So they have their own means of going about life their own way.
I'm
They
not
don't-
going out of my way to give somebody money to spend time with me.
That's what I'm saying. It just
And I'm
sounds
not
like,
paying for any
Sounds like I'm
sexual
paying-
Okay,
experiences
hold on.
about
I'm
you.
glad you said that, Dante.
Yeah.
Because as we know,
Mhm.
you've seen dudes at a club spend
oh,
time and money
man.
just waiting to get a girl's Instagram just to get rejected.
Oh, man.
So, I mean, if it's okay, if the social norm is okay to pay for drinks at
Hold
a
on.
club just to get rejected, hold up.
No, go
Then
ahead,
why
I got
can't
you.
dudes go out there and get something guaranteed?
Hey. Oh, Dante's answering. My bad.
All right, so here's my thing, right?
Mhm.
If that's what they do, that is their personal business. That is on them.
Indeed.
But what I do have to say, bro, those are two different scenarios that don't quite exactly have the same principle. Their goal is to go out and meet somebody that they trying to eventually, like, you know, maybe turn into a girlfriend or maybe, like, get them for the night or something,
Okay.
et cetera, et cetera. You at a club, there's
Never get
drinks,
girlfriend.
sometimes food, whatever the case may be, right? But the goal is, 9 times
Yeah.
out of 10, a guy's going there to leave with somebody.
Yeah.
That is not the
For the
same
night.
as, oh, I'm paying you to
Well.
be here with me, or I'm paying you to do these things with me, for me, or whatever.
I have
said
to
me.
interject a little bit because
It's not exactly the same. I didn't say there's a complete difference, but
you
it's not
are
exactly the
yeah
same.
you are paying to get them with you.
Listen,
for that
No,
night.
no, no.
In-
That's
in-
a
in my
technicality,
opinion-
bro, I get what you're saying.
You
You
but
did
hold on,
sugar
hold on.
daddy a bit because you tried to get them
No,
for
no,
the
no.
night.
Hold
know
on.
what I mean?
I get you. Like, you have an intent, but you went to the club to come back for that. This right here is consistently like, yo, I want you every day.
Jaquan, stop
I
that
know I
bullshit.
can't get this by no other means, so I'm paying you money to come be here for your services, whatever that is. That is different. It's not completely the same. There's some concepts that are the same, but it's not.
Speaking from the view of
Wait, hold
high
on,
value.
hold on.
Sorry.
I just want to say this.
Yeah.
Either way, you're gonna pay regardless, whether it's with money or time. You're
Yeah,
still
that's
paying.
the part that's the same.
Facts.
Right.
Facts.
But you're paying with money. I
well,
mean,
at the same time, you're still gonna spend money. You're buying drinks.
Right.
You're whatever it is.
but it's based
whatever
on your
it is
own
you're buying.
entertainment.
Well,
You're
we're-
still paying for something.
I guess what we're arguing here is a motive, right? You
Oh,
know.
the motive.
What are you doing with that transaction?
You know dang as well what you doing at the club.
Because to Dante's respect,
Talking like
you
going
know,
to
when
the
you
club is a
do
bad thing.
approach a girl at the club, you're using game.
Game.
You're trying to use yourself. You're taking something from yourself that's not just financial, and then using it to get that person.
It is
you know?
100% financial. There ain't no game.
Oh yeah,
The
hold
game
on.
is
Let
your
me
wallet.
interject real quick.
Okay.
Do keep in mind that a lot of the things that we just said, a lot of that can happen without no money being spent too. Sometimes you could just walk in, talk to somebody, and if the vibe's right, whatever y'all do, y'all end up doing.
Not at the
it
club.
don't necessarily need to
Exactly
be
at
money
the club,
involved.
dude.
But with the whole sugar daddy, sugar mama concept, you know for a given fact that there's an intent behind what you're putting your money into when you giving that person your money. Regardless of what that intent is, whether it's something very specific, you're paying them specifically to be around you or do something for you in some type of retrospect. You know that for a fact. The club, you don't necessarily need to. I mean, obviously, you're at a scene where it's like, look, drinks, food, you know, going out, maybe nice outfit, maybe go somewhere after, etc. But when it all comes down to it,
Okay, thinking about the other side, would y'all
what's the best?
would y'all have a
10.
sugar mom, like get paid to be around
No.
someone?
Get paid to be around someone?
No.
Nah.
Yeah.
Unless I'm literally trying to live that lifestyle, nah.
Okay, hold up
No.
now. Hold up. All right.
But I see the merits of it.
Listen,
But that's not me.
as a man, I do not expect this to happen.
But Brian would do it.
But
It happens.
Brian would do it.
if I am
know.
offered a substantial amount of money, just to hang around. Now,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go as far as having sex with you, I'm
Mr.
sorry.
Billionaire.
But if you just say, "Oh, you just want my company," you just want me to dress nicely, take you to a play, absolutely, yes.
Brian is he trying to become
What
a
is this? An
billionaire.
escort business or
I can
something?
agree with that.
Hold up.
I can agree with that.
Monica, say it again.
I'm saying, yeah, like they don't. It doesn't have to just be straight up money or like a lavish lifestyle. They could pay back your loans just for like you spending time with them.
Hey,
Yeah,
if
it
you
is
choose to agree to go about that, but I'm just like, I'm about what's real.
I mean, so what integrity is lost in that transaction? Like,
I
they
mean,
just
look, you just trying to get it. I mean, you ain't throwing your body or nothing out there. You doing whatever you want to do. You're entertaining them. You're using, you're choosing to spend that time with you. Whatever you decide to do, I ain't knocking you. Now, if I'm getting paid for action, then I'm like, nah, I got integrity. I don't care about no damn money. I'm getting mine, my way.
Okay, so
But
Yeah,
I do
your
see
only
your
way
point. Though.
of-
I see exactly what your point is. Though. I get you.
okay, so just basically, these interactions have to be real. If there's any financial incentive behind it or other incentive outside of love, it's just no, because the only real interaction is when there's emotions involved.
Right. Hold on. Let me
Okay,
adjust the
this is a
table.
mess right now. I'm not gonna lie. Whoever's been shuffling has been screwing me over.
You the shuffler, bro.
Cause we haven't had any crazy combinations. All we had was that 3 of a kind.
Who the one shuffling, bro?
I don't know. Who's shuffling?
All right,
Tell
what
me.
you got, movie?
Tell me who's shuffling.
Who the dealer, bro?
I
You
don't
got
know.
Who
me.
the dealer, bro? This
I
on
don't-
camera.
I
This
don't
on
know.
camera,
Oh
bro.
shoot! I tried to.
Yeah. Who the dealer, bro?
Two pairs.
I, tried,
Ah,
I
you
just
got
want to
it.
hear you say, it, bro.
I don't know, bro.
What's the name of the dealer, bro?
I didn't have nothing. I thought you would have folded.
Yo,
You
this
thought
You
I
had
was bluffing?
something. You most likely had a pair, but you got it. Go ahead.
damn
Give me
two
my
pair, ace
ducks.
and 4. Yo,
No, I had a king and 7. I had no.
yo, Monty, if you only see this blasphemy that's happening right now.
You
Oh,
know
mean the
Malik for a
blasphemy that
second.
You caused, right?
Okay, there's almost a straight.
blasphemy
Stop
you
putting the
caused,
blame
right?
on me.
5, 6,
We don't need
7,
that. We don't need that.
4, 5, 6.
I didn't come here for that.
I needed an 8. I would have had a straight.
I was looking for the straight.
I
almost had
It
one.
didn't come. It didn't come.
I basically threw the 2 chips to see if Malik was bluffing. He
Oh,
wasn't.
well.
You got it, Malik.
All right, now shuffle the cards, dealer.
Not bad though.
Yeah, go ahead.
this
No,
is a
no.
personal
Malik.
attack.
Malik.
This is the personal
He
attack.
got to do
We
it.
were still
What did
talking.
I- did I hurt you?
Shuffle the cards, dealer.
Who hurt you, Dante?
Shuffle
Monica,
the
what
cards,
was, your,
dealer.
what was the last thing you were saying in terms of the question? We still on the sugar mama thing, right?
We were talking about the opposite, like
Mhm.
y'all having a sugar mama, and sounds like Bright is on.
And then Bright was basically like, "Yeah, I'll sell my cheeks."
All right,
for that.
hold on.
Huh?
Monica, we need you to answer your own question. Would you be willing to
If
let a
there's
man pay
nothing
you?
intimately involved, you just have to spend time with them.
No,
and
no,
really,
no.
you know.
Either or. I
Not-
want the answer for both.
Well, I mean, the answer for both. All right, then.
I'm definitely not getting paid to be intimately involved. That's one thing, but I feel
Okay.
like it's hard to say like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I would absolutely never do something like. If I was really in a tough predicament, like what if I was like about to be homeless or like something?
Right, right.
and
There's the
some kids
pressure.
wanted me to spend time with him. Like I might be like, hey, like yeah, I'll spend time with you if you paying my bills.
I
All
feel
right, so
you.
let me
I
make
mean,
the
there is
question
the
a little
pressure.
spicy.
Yeah, there's the pressure.
Now, what if you was in that tough situation, but he was willing to pay you to be intimately involved? but it was gonna get you your house back or get your rent paid. Now
I think I would just have to be homeless because my like Jaquan was saying, like, my integrity would be like, I just wouldn't be able to live with myself.
Right.
So
Exactly.
I would have to be homeless.
You just knew you just threw your cheeks to the wind like that to get out of a predicament. It's like,
Yeah, but not knocking anybody who does that.
yeah, I ain't knocking
Wait,
nobody
hold
that
up.
does
Threw
it. You
your
did what
cheeks
you
to the
had to
wind,
do.
bro?
Yeah, bro.
Your
like,
cheek
you
was
gonna
thrown
quote
to the
that?
wind?
You just like, damn. You try to make something so scandalous, so poetic. I don't even know how to feel about that.
Oh, look. Apparently, I'll
as
be a
she
poet.
threw
at
her
that point.
cheeks to the wind.
You clearly are a poet.
On that cold summer night.
You can put this in the quote bin if you want, Monica.
Nah,
Cheeks to
you
the
know
wind.
why he's saying that? Because he knows if he walks down the street on that special block, he gonna see something flying in the window. Right?
We're gonna have to play some 6 feet under, no copyright.
Spontaneous cheeks in the wind.
Facts.
Yeah, I already know what that track is.
But in all seriousness, there's women who have legitimate reasons to like prostitute themselves. So
Yeah, they do.
not
Ooh,
knocking
okay.
about
All right. That's so glad you brought that up.
Oh, so glad you
I'm
brought
gonna need
that
you to
up.
repeat that statement.
Oh,
So you-
man.
No, hold on.
Okay, Monica. Okay.
Repeat that statement real quick, Monica.
Mhm.
Why you went
Wait,
quiet?
what's it?
What you just said about all women have a legitimate reason to what now?
Prostitution.
There are some women who feel like they have a legitimate reason to prostitute themselves.
All right, there we
So I'm
go.
not anybody who went down that route.
Okay. So hold
Nah,
up.
back
We
to
heard
the-
Monica's opinion. So are we saying? Okay, Dante, I do not like you. So, is everyone here for or sex work?
Escort work. Let's just go with that. That's a safer word.
Let's say escort work. Okay.
In terms of like, are we for it in terms of like, do we mind that it exists or like?
Yeah, no, simple as that.
You can't deny that it exists.
Do you think it's something that should be illegal or?
Something? I mean, they knew what they signed up for. As long as you're of legal age and you know what you're doing, you know, in terms of you signing up for that. Like, if you're not being abused, if you're within a system that, you know, treats you fairly or whatever, then you do you. People do whatever they want to. If you're underage, like, and this is some, you know what I'm saying, that underground type ish, I'm not with that. We gotta protect children out here. I'm not playing that nonsense.
So I'm strictly speaking in the confines of legal work. Like, obviously, people are of age. You know, people
Yeah.
consent to it,
Yes.
and yeah, it's all willing. There's
I
no gray area. Just like what we consider as ethical is what they're doing.
all right. I mean, look, if you consented to said decisions, you're content with your choices, and there's a system that's regulated that you know what I'm saying, protects your rights, you know, you can indulge in whatever. Go ahead. That's you. And no consequence to my life. As long as you're not underage, being abused, or taking advantage of.
Which leads me to my next question, y'all.
Okay.
Could y'all say the same thing if this was your personal sister, cousin, brother, somebody you knew?
It's their choice, not mine. I'd advise them not to, but ultimately I cannot decide for them.
All right. So
So if they choose that path, it's on them.
I do not like how tonight is going because we are in full agreement. Honestly, one,
Ooh,
I got
all right,
sisters
so
who are
what's
older.
wrong being in
No,
full
let
agreement?
me
We still
finish.
got content
No,
on
yeah,
the table.
finish.
Nah, I'm not gonna let
There's
that
no-
finish.
Let
There's
me
no-
finish. There's a
Nah,
reason
yeah.
why I said what I said.
I was gonna
on the
say,
table
You
now.
know what?
Nah,
Mute his
nah.
mic. Engineer, mute his mic.
he's like,
Mic 6.
Yo, Brian,
What did I say? Mute his mic.
You do
Tyrant.
realize you started something, right?
Tyrant.
Let
I
me
don't-
say what I,
don't
want to
have-
say.
This was
I don't have
this was
any-
I am
very
100%
If
in
we're-
agreement with
yeah,
Jaquan.
It's
okay?
fine if we agree. That doesn't. We don't have to
Because
disagree.
look,
for
I
anything.
got sisters that are older than me. They will do whatever they want. All
You
right?
better
It's
not
all
say
about.
their
Per-
name.
it's all.
I'm not saying they engage in
It's all about perspective.
Wait, this
You really would have muted them.
Malik.
my mic, y'all.
Oh.
Oh, and he muted this mic.
Yo, Malik, did you mute all the mics?
No,
Oh.
he muted the mics that I can reach.
Yo, you muted him.
I
wait.
muted both Dante and Brenton.
I'm
They need to
leaving.
shut up for a second.
I
Alright.
actually want to hear Dante's perspective on this.
Okay, Misty.
Dante,
6 feet under.
He's the one who asked
Wait,
the
wait, wait.
question. He better off
you
answering the
start-
damn question.
Before you start, everybody check. I checked.
Everybody
Yeah,
check.
everybody check.
Yeah. One sec. I had hijack. That's all I got.
All right.
Dante,
So-
what you got?
Hi, King.
Oh man, hold on. I'm about to be put
Come on,
on the
Dante.
spot.
Come on.
I ain't got nothing.
Give me the
Damn. Yeah, we ain't had nothing.
All right.
Go ahead, Dante. I'm about to drink some
So let me elaborately break this down into variations, right? I'm
Yo, stop.
You gonna shuffle, Malik?
Oh, snap.
Yeah, you got very professional. Yo, Malik, is my mic back here?
Yes, back
Are y'all burping?
That's 3.
No.
Wait, what?
Which one is that?
Slurping?
I
Whoa.
like burps.
Oh, burping. Oh, I thought I heard slurping. Whoa, there.
Yeah, see, he didn't even turn my
Okay.
mic. Yo, this whole time he didn't even turn my mic back on.
All right. All right. Now let me answer this question, right? I'm going to first start off by saying that, as everybody already previously stated before, you are grown. That is your own personal life choice. That is your business. If that's your means of making it, that's between you and God. I got nothing to do with that, right?
Facts.
Now, my thing is, I want to take the topic a little deeper and talk about the criticism behind it. Because I know there's a lot of stigma between, you know, a whole controversial debate of guys criticizing girls and stuff and everything for, you know, doing this. Oh, it's not, where's your dignity, where's your pride, like you want, whatever the case may be, right? I'm already fully aware of that. My issue is a lot of women who do this work, sometimes, not all of them, but a lot, tend to be the same ones that say, oh, man, dog, they just want this, they just want that, they just want this. But then they're the same ones profiting off of what they're doing. So it's like they want to be quick to critique and judge while doing it. But then if a guy was to say something about their line of work or what they're doing to make their money, now it's so sensitive topic or it's super offensive. Like that, I don't agree with. Because if you're going to do what you got to do, by all means, make your means. There's criticism behind every action and choice. But don't be a hypocrite who's judging guys for being that way when you're literally doing the work that lets you benefit off of them being like that.
I have to say, I don't think there's a direct link between women who do sex work and women who feel like guys are trash or whatever. There's a good amount of women who don't do sex work who also feel that way.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think it has to do with women who put themselves, quote unquote, in that position.
Which is why I highlighted the ones who did.
Okay.
Get that?
You know, it's crazy because I did have this conversation before, and of course I'm not gonna say names, but the person did say that, you know, it's men's fault that we have sex work, and I've heard many times, you know, it's men's fault that porn industry is so lucrative. And you know what? I absolutely
That's
agree. But
ridiculous.
to that I say, just because something's profitable, does that mean I should jump
Wait,
into it? Does
wait,
that mean I should,
wait,
wait, hold on,
hold-
let me finish my point.
Yeah, finish.
Does that mean I should become
I'm
a drug
perfect.
dealer because people like drugs?
Mm-hmm.
Like, just because, you know, you can make money off of something doesn't mean you should jump into it, you know?
Because I'm about to jump in. Because
Hold on.
women are a huge part of why this stuff works as well.
Hold
Like,
on,
they ain't
hold on.
watching.
But like, what you're getting here is like only men watch porn.
That's what I was saying.
What is this?
Females watch. But have you seen the
Just,
statistics on how much females
just
are
as
involved
much,
in it?
just as much men and just as much women watch porn.
Exactly.
It's not only a man thing.
Oh, heck no. Females are heavily involved in that process. Bye-bye.
Yeah, get them out of here.
Good luck with that.
Get out of here.
Dang, that's straight coming in, and I did not have it. Malik, don't tell me you had a street. Oh, okay, you did fold.
You see, he didn't know he had a straight till you said it.
No.
He was
I
about to
saw
fold.
it. I saw it, but I was like, do I want to take the risk right now?
Yeah, be careful.
Yeah, so
Well, Malik kind of exposed himself a little bit, but it's all good.
yeah, so essentially, yeah, it just, yeah, we can't have bias towards this, you know.
Nah.
I think Dante's
I'm
right.
not
You know, you
taking
can't
that
look
risk
at
right
one sex and be like, yeah, it's your fault or the other
Yo, I
way.
feel like when this
Nah.
get released, everybody gonna want to cancel me already.
You can't play the blame game on that one. That's
Yeah,
one thing
you
you
only
can't
get
play the blame
canceled.
game on.
You only get canceled if you put it up in the air. I ain't getting canceled for nothing. The ace.
Good move to me.
This
That-
is spicy.
I had a 2-5, bro. I have ish.
Yeah.
Okay, so but yes, no. Females, they're gonna try to put it all on males. Heavens, no. Females are usually a part of this process as well.
Women.
They get by in that. Clearly, I mean, majority of the industries cater to females anyway, so it's like
this
that
some
doesn't
blasphemy.
make any
What
sense.
the?
I had a 2-5. I was
My
destined to
bad.
lose.
I apologize.
I swear to goodness, if nobody has a pair, my little pair of twos would have won this battle. I'm crying.
Can we talk about this word females? What are y'all thoughts on it?
Ooh,
Females? What, the
I'm
word?
getting a little bit too excited about this.
Like referring to women as females.
Oh, I prefer the males as males.
Hold up, wait,
Yeah.
hold up. Let's clear this up. Why are you taking your chips?
That has
Nah,
pronouns.
Where your hair at, bro?
Brian had no pairs.
All right, take your chips.
Dang.
Yeah.
So, Monica, before we even have discussion, I want to say,
Mm-hmm.
do you have an issue with saying the word male?
honestly, Jaquan just using the word female and male in the same sentence was the
Yep.
first time I've ever heard that. Because I feel like usually it's always females and men or females and guys.
Nah,
So
not
I
with me.
appreciated that Jaquan referred to both equally, but most of the time it's just women who are referred to as females.
Right. Go ahead, Malik. You sound like you about to say
No,
something.
no, I was just saying, in my opinion, it's like if you're gonna refer to people as feeling.
Fail.
Damn.
Yo, somebody edit
don't-
that out.
No. Keep that in the clip.
First of all,
Keep that in the clip.
Somebody edit
We're gonna
that out.
specifically
Bloopers.
cut this clip.
All right.
Bloopers.
All right.
Anyway, Malik,
Yes.
continue.
So,
Continue.
So
statement.
if you're referring to it in the same sentence,
Yes.
I feel like if you're gonna say male, don't and associate the word female in it.
Mm.
I don't think you should just be changing up, be like, all right, female and guys,
Yeah, no, I say the same.
ladies and males. To me, it makes no sense in
Yeah.
that sentence.
Like if I say man and woman, then I'm gonna say man and woman. Like this woman and this man, this male, this female. You know what I mean? Simple as that. Just address it as this. This
Like
trans
this dog,
woman, this
this
trans man. Exactly as they want to be addressed is how we address them to show respect to that person. But I do see your point, Monica. There tends to be that stupidity of where it's like, oh, this female, but then this man, as if you're trying to put the woman in this derogatory kind of position. Like, I don't know what's up
Yeah.
with that. It's nonsensical to me. Just treat everybody the
Yeah.
same. That's how I feel about it.
I must say.
Yeah, that's the thing. That term female to me just sounds derogatory. Because
Yeah.
also, like, female is adjective. So, like, female what? Like, female dog? Like, anything is a female. Like,
Yeah,
anything
same
can be.
thing. Male dog, male like mantis, like a male roach.
So
Like,
I will say. So
Male
again.
tadpole.
So when I hear male and female,
Mm-hmm.
I obviously think of the scientific definition. You know, just one being able to breed a child and then one producing a seed. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
that's what I think of. But in Monica's case, I definitely get the apprehension to using the word female, because if you're specifically singling out female
Mm-hmm.
and then you're saying men,
yeah,
like that's spiteful.
that's what I'm saying.
That's purposeful. So
Because
in
it's
that
showing a
case-
bias towards the male
Right.
side by saying men, as if you're showing respect to the male, but not to the female side of things by not saying a woman or addressing that person as a woman, showing respect to their status, right? Because obviously, you know, an adult female could address them as a woman, right? You know, a child female, you know, a girl, you know what I mean? But then if you're saying, you know, then you see an adult woman and everybody's calling that person a girl, as if you're trying to call them a child or something like that, you know, belittling them. That's not what we're doing here. It's all about respect.
It's funny because you know we did have a discussion recently actually about pronouns. It's kind of funny. He's kind of funny. We had that. You know, I do feel like people do read into this stuff too much.
Yes, they do. That's my ish.
But
You.
people can. Yes, you can be spiteful with this. There is no doubt about it.
Yes.
But I think at the end of the day, you
That's
know,
like
everybody has their
reason,
preferences
right?
when it comes to pronouns. I feel like as long as you're not spiteful with it. See, I don't want to get into the whole politically correct.
Yeah, I'm
issues,
not about that PC ish.
But
I just-
again, if your
All right,
intentions,
yo. Bottom line, there's some people who agree with it, and there's some people who don't. Point blank. Period. At
But
the
I
end of the
feel-
day,
right, but
I
then
feel like it's
what do
very
you say then?
overthought.
Right.
What is the way to mitigate
wanna know what
issues?
my
Yeah,
way
that's
to
what I was about to
address
ask
it?
Monica.
Yeah,
I'm
what's
gonna
your
address it the way I was taught to address it in school, because you actually need some type of way. Like, for example, right? Here's an example I always use a lot when I'm in this conversation. Let's say somebody was walking down the street, right? And this is just hypothetically speaking. And you saw a woman or you saw a man who like dropped their wallet on the floor, wallet on the phone. You hear me, y'all? Their wallet on the floor or something. They was about to keep going, and then you pick it up and you're like, "Excuse me, sir," or "Excuse me, ma'am."
Right.
If you turned around and said, "Did you just address me when I'm trying to be nice to you?" Yeah. Now what? You just put me on the spot,
Yeah.
and you just made me freeze up, and I'm just over here trying to help you.
Mhm.
Now, would I be wrong if I just kept your phone or your wallet?
I mean,
I
I'm
know- oh,
just-
my bad.
In my opinion, nope.
Yes, but I
I mean,
get you for feeling the way you
obviously,
feel.
right. You just gotta be. You just go to respectful out there. Didn't mean
Again,
to
not
miss,
trying to disrespect
you know what I'm
people
saying,
who think
misgender
like
whoever
that,
you
but it's
are.
like
Right.
you put everybody in a position where there's literally no way to talk to you at some point. At some point, you have to like
Yes.
realistically be able to
But that's
speak to
a-
you. How do I
yeah.
even address you? How do I get you to turn around?
Yeah, that's a more niche.
If I never
like,
talk, yeah, why is it?
Yeah, go
if I
ahead.
never talk to you a day in your life, I don't know you from the hole in the wall, but there's a situation or a circumstance where I need to address you, and all I can go by is what you look like. You're across the street. I gotta warn you something, or I gotta tell you something's about to happen, or I gotta like tell you watch out. Whatever the case may be, How do I address you then if I don't know your proper pronoun per se? Excuse me, human. Now
Yes.
you don't identify as a human. Now what?
Yeah,
What do I say?
I don't know exactly.
What do I say?
That's the thing. It is
I'm not
ridiculous
trying to
that
be rude or disrespectful. What do I say to you?
it is ridiculous that we do have we're in scenarios where that happens. We pretty much just have to go off of what we see, the base assumption, and then if
that's
they say
the perspective they
Yeah.
get upset about.
no, all they have to do is just simply say what they are in that instance, and you should respect them there. Or like if you think it was
If
a girl,
only all people
and then-
were like that, so that
Well,
you
not a
can
girl,
address
but
them
you know.
properly.
Yeah.
Because then you get some people, they take full on offense,
Yes,
and then
I
they're
know.
ready to fight you. But
that's my
don't call
thing.
me that. I am not a.
No,
blah,
they
blah,
should
blah,
just
blah,
simply
whatever.
say
Listen.
exactly like,
If they could get offended, that's one thing.
Yeah.
If you take it to the point where you ready to fight, I'm not holding myself responsible for what happens
But
to you.
obviously,
after
it
your next
shouldn't get
course
into
of
a
actions.
violent confrontation. But the main
Let me
thing
put
we
it
can
that
say
way.
here- yeah, but the main thing we can say here is that more or less it's within those groups to not be offended off rip and just simply say, just address what they're like. If you said excuse me, sir, and then it ended up being a female in that instance, then they simply just say, what they are. It's ma'am. That's it. It's nothing crazy. Oh,
I
I'm
mean,
sorry.
That's a common mistake.
Very
Sometimes
simple.
you can mistake somebody for something else.
Yes,
like
Brighton
that.
did it.
But if you see, like, listen,
When did
that's-
that happen?
That's
Hold
what I
on,
want Brighton
hold
to
on,
say
hold on,
after
hold on.
Dante.
But if you see, like, in a circumstance where you clearly saw, like, feminine features, like,
Yes.
the chest, the
No,
whole
we
frame,
understand
all that,
exactly
and
why
then
you would
you
say
said,
that,
excuse
yeah.
me, ma'am, and they turn around, oh, I'm a... Now
Exactly.
I'm like,
All they have to
okay,
do is say that.
excuse me. I'm not even going to finish. It's just, all right, that's what you are, cool. I'm going to say, excuse me, anyway.
You simply just show respect like you would to anybody else. That's it. Oh, once they correct you, then you just simply go. You know what I mean?
We all checked Dante.
I was about to say.
Continue, sorry.
Yeah, exactly. You simply just show that respect. If they say they are this, then you be like, oh, I'm sorry. And then you just say, you know what I mean? You just go about the scenario. It's not crazy.
Yeah, I kind of moving.
Oh,
with
Brighton,
guys
you about
as
to say
well.
it?
Well,
Brighton.
I'm reluctant to say it, but I will. But before that, I just want to say, I'm moving the same way. It's kind of,
Who's still in the game with me?
Nobody.
Take chips.
I haven't won a single round. So
Exactly.
I'm with you.
Oh, I was
People
about to say,
should,
was that
if
a bluff?
Yes.
if they feel a type of way about what you said, they should correct you. Say, this is how I prefer to be called,
Yes.
and keep it pushing. I'm with
Yeah,
you on that because I'm fine to
exactly.
correct myself. I have no problem apologizing
No.
and correcting myself.
That's the sad part when we deal with those who are kind of quick to be offended due to stuff that they've dealt with. It's just like you want it to be treated more fairly, right? And yet, you're quick to snap on people. That doesn't help a situation. It's quick to cause an argument, as Dante's examples were, even though obviously nobody wants to cause nothing crazy. We were simply trying to rectify a problem here. Oh, you dropped something. I came to give it to you. Now I'm in some argument about me saying,
Change.
you're the wrong gender.
5 greens.
And I'm just like, I was just simply trying to give you your wallet back. It wasn't that serious. Just correct me, you know what I'm saying? And I show that respect to you. I apologize. Didn't mean to do that. Say exactly what
Now-
you are. Pass on your item. Enjoy the rest of your day.
That leads me to my next question now, right? Monica had pointed out before about the whole addressing woman as female. Even though I personally try my best not to do it, like earlier, if I did it, excuse me for being a hypocrite, but like earlier when I was naming some examples, I was trying my best to say men and women. I wasn't trying to say male and female.
Yeah.
I understand that. I get that in retrospect. I understand that completely.
All right.
But let's say now I'm walking down the street, right? Me being a man and everything, right? Me being the man that I am. And then someone says, oh, I identify, but I'm seeing a woman figure, woman body. I'm choosing my words carefully. But me being a man, hear them say, oh, I identify as one. In the back of my head, now personally, I got a question for the guys. How do you feel about somebody who's not biologically the same as you putting the label?
You just had to go here.
I don't care.
I don't.
I don't care.
I don't really care either. You choose whatever.
Pretty much.
If that's what you choose to take, then that's it. I just address you as you wanted me to address you. That's all.
Listen, it's plain and simple.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No
I was
skin
just
off of my
curious.
back.
That's
It
what
might
I'm
be.
saying.
It might be the
Nothing-
very first and very last time I ever meet you. So it's like,
Exactly.
it ain't gonna hurt me.
Nothing crazy to me. I be like, okay, miss.
And like, how would it affect you? Like, how they identify affect you as a man?
Wouldn't affect me at all.
Now you're trying to start trouble.
It's
Yeah.
hold on.
In terms of my thoughts in my head, I'll be like, why? But at the same time, it's like,
Not my
do
business.
I care?
Exactly.
And is it my problem?
Yes. Once you assess, just like Malik said, once you assess, do I care? Does it affect me? Then ultimately, all right, cool. You're living your life. That's your journey, not mine. I'm going to just respect what you say you are. If you said you're a girl, okay, then I respect you as such and I keep it pushing. I ain't about to, so you just go about it that way.
I agree with everything that everybody said here. The only issue that I have is that if you was to flip this, they're willing to march and protest because they're so offended. But if we was to take any type of slight offense, like it's just, now everybody's targeting us.
It depends, by
Depending on how you look at it.
In terms of being offended, but like, isn't everyone in this world entitled to some type of opinion? What they can go. I'm like,
everybody's entitled.
obviously,
Everybody has their
everybody's
opinion,
gonna express it differently, whether it could be good or bad. But
Right.
at the same time, it's like,
my thing is
aren't you entitled to something in your own head?
Say what you want about yourself. Do what you want.
Right.
Like everybody said, it's not personally affecting me. All I'm saying is, you can't want the respect that you don't give when it comes to it. That's all I'm trying to get at.
What are your thoughts on this, Monica?
I mean, I just feel like what other people do doesn't affect me. Like, if someone is a biologically female, they identify as male. If they're biologically male, they identify as female. That affects me in absolutely no way.
Exactly, yes. Unless, there's a problematic situation that arises from said behavior. You know what I mean?
Like,
What problematic?
Like, in a more recent case, a person who's claiming to be a trans woman, but they still have the genitals of a man, and they enter a women's bathroom, and it causes an entire disaster situation.
Okay, so I just want to say real quick. So we were talking about a scenario that involved us personally. Now we're talking about it still affects the person's scenario, but what you're talking about is a group, which is what I was bringing up. And yeah, definitely that sense where somebody's, I would say, rights are being violated, certainly.
Yeah, that's still somebody being personally affected by it.
But we're talking a big step from talking to somebody in passing to interacting with somebody on a physical level.
I mean,
Okay, I
they
see what
was
you're saying
also
now.
in a public place when that happened. They was taking advantage of how that public place's rules work to do what they did.
So let's just, for context,
we are jumping.
we're obviously talking about the transgender person that revealed themselves in a public spa. And they obviously had the equipment of anatomy that did not match the sex of that bathroom.
Right.
And that's what caused the whole controversy. So again, when you have that physical interaction, I think that then changes the whole thing, because now you have to care.
Yes.
Because you're involved directly. But in passing, no.
In passing, no. Don't affect you.
So,
but, if that, if you say that you are, a biological male, but you're carrying, the female parts, you know what I mean? And then you're in a space where that could become problematic, then, you're creating a problem that shouldn't have happened in that instance. But if it's in passing, like Brian said, it's inconsequential. Nothing. Nothing crazy.
Inconsequential. Oh, I just want to say, so my whole story with improperly identifying somebody happened at, Cherry Valley. I was just trying to get some groceries, get some fruit so I could be healthy. And
Still ugly.
what happened? Somebody had dropped something, and I gestured to them saying, "Sir, excuse me." And it happened to be a whole woman. And I was mortified because I've been in situations where, I've unintentionally offended women, and it became such a big hoopla that did not need to happen. It was like the most innocent mistake. I said, one time this happened, literally. I said, did you use a filter on this? And when I tell you, this person blew up on me talking about, I don't need to use no filter. I'm perfect just the way I am. Mind you, they did use a filter on the photo, but anyway.
Still exposed for the filter, but they did.
Right, but they were offended just at me saying that. So I was so mortified, just misidentifying a woman as a man, because now it's like I'm coming at their looks. So I can definitely see how this can offend people, but at the end of the day, just correct people, say whatever pronoun you're most comfortable with, and keep it pushing. That's it. So,
All right.
Monica out here bringing the smoke.
Wait, hold on.
Opinions on this?
Your mic. Monica, say that again.
I was like, it's coming around my bedtime, but this is a great conversation.
Yeah, shoot, it's
So
10.
I might log off and let y'all continue.
All right. Well, Monica, you got anything to say for you, Dash?
this was dope. I feel like it's cool that we had we started out the conversation with all the same opinion, like we were all on the same page, and then we started getting into some,
Right. We all have
we, like,
differing
some
perspectives.
different perspectives. Yeah,
Of course.
I feel like either way, it's healthy. It's good combo.
Hmm. And then we get better insight on how to say little nouns like male and female and whatnot.
Yeah, definitely.
True.
And I definitely learned something because I was all tongue-tied about how do you deal with the situation.
You just go in.
Well, don't be like me. Just, yo, sir. If you're not sure what to say, you might want to lower your voice a little bit.
Because I was with Brighton that day of the Sir Ma'am scenario. And then I was like, Brighton, that it wasn't a sir. And he's like, oh.
She took it like a champ, though. She just kept it pushing.
She kept it pushing.
Honestly, though, we've been at this for almost an hour now, so I'm kind of with Monica.
Yes.
This is our bedtimes.
Good talk, though.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll have to call it a day.
I know.
I guess it's time for us to fold.
This is the Fold podcast.
Yes, sir, but this is the FOLD podcast.
Man.
Where we speak
Listen,
Facts.
Y'all
opinions.
You canceled.
We talk about life.
like
And
Decisions. all right?
there
decisions.
we
And
go.
ladies and gentlemen, we fold.
Good night.